Dr. Cavil, welcome, man.
Welcome,
Good evening,
welcome.
Doc.
Hey,
Hey,
Doc.
I won't hold y'all long. You know, it's far past my bed hour. I see y'all getting in, and I appreciate it. I just wanted to come on and really say I commend the work that you're doing with the
Thank you.
1400 Club, multifaceted, multi dimensions, not just sports. It's about the power of HBCU, specifically focused on Jackson State University. Well deserved, but the momentum that you're bringing forward is a way that others can find a way to frame it. So it's important. But you're also talking about the intellectual capacity of what we can bring beyond this point. And it's
Mhm.
refreshing to hear that at a time. Obviously, it's always a place to have fun. It's
Right.
always a time to make sure that we celebrate. You know, we enjoy it. We deserve to be able to laugh and have fun, eat, just like anybody else.
Right.
But there's also time that we need to go to work, time that we need to be serious. And the fact that I can join on this and kind of sit down and put a book down and get a chance to look and hear folks talk about what they want to achieve is important to me. And I appreciate that because it's an example for others, for myself, to be frank with you, in terms of how I can continue to push forward. So, one of the things you were talking about that W.E.B. Boyce talked about a long time ago that people have to consider, oftentimes, the further we got away from the lash,
Yep.
the more challenging it becomes for us to understand the collective empowerment and what that really means. This
Mm-hmm.
country is built on individualism,
Yep.
so you're fighting against that. You're fighting against the natural norms of what people hear and are told every day from a commercial media, you know, framing of this country, which some people will frame as the beginning of this enterprise. Um, with that being said, is that we have to understand of how do we continue to tell people the importance of the collective, us, and more importantly, the institution. I really appreciated you all talking about the power of historically black colleges.
Mm-hmm.
While there are black institutions out there, and not to say that HBCUs are the only way, but they're one of the longest historical standing institutions to create a collective based on a thinking process. Now, there are some concerns oftentimes with the institution that we may be modeling, white institutions oftentimes too much, which really concerns me personally,
Mm-hmm.
particularly when we get in this comparative nature. Now, to compare to find out what framing you are and how you can get better, that's one thing. But to compare in a disposition to think that you're always less than or what you don't have is dangerous.
That's correct.
We have no desire to copy what other folks have done that have endangered us from the beginning. At least personally, I don't. So
Man,
that's one thing you see the point that I work from, why I celebrate others that are doing the work, pushing forward, because that's all I'm about. It's not about me. It's about the collective of we, and more importantly, our institutions, because institutions by the nature are where we get to. And individuals do not beat individuals or beat systems. Institutions beat systems. So
that's
all the
awesome.
things that you all have to do with Jackson are models for what we have to do in smaller collectives around this country. And we have to exchange that intellectual capital to understand how to beat back the walls that continually try to put us in a position of negative framings of where we need to go. So I'll leave it there and kind of park the plane. But more than anything, I wanted to celebrate y'all. I appreciate those folks that asked and acknowledged me. But at this point, it's about the work you're doing. And I just wanted to make sure I acknowledge the fact that y'all are doing outstanding works to find a way to push us forward. So I thank you. I salute y'all for that. Continue to educate, continue to push forward, and most importantly, continue to build. on the historical legacy of Jackson State University and HBCUs in general. We need it more than ever.
Thank you, Doc. You know, it means a lot to be. You know, I got nothing but respect for you and the work you've done, and sometimes it you know, when you get compliments from some, it's just like, man, I appreciate it. You know, it's good looking out. You know,
Yeah.
but then sometimes you may get a compliment from someone, and you know, it means it's different because it's like, okay, if you can pique the attention and interest of what we're doing, you know, it's great